What's up, everyone? All right. Hope everyone's having a good day so far. We did have a couple of baseball games earlier today. If you guys had any bets on those, hopefully they cashed. I believe the Cubs ended up winning against the Dodgers. Rangers beat the Giants. And then Blue Jays won versus the Astros. I don't know. We got some games tonight, though. We got a nice little slate here that's about to start within the hour. So, as always, we're going to get some plays in using OddsJam. By the end of the stream, if you guys do want to check out the OddsJam tools for yourself, you guys can go over to OddsJam and use code Trident. All right, TRIDENT. Okay. Have you seen the Underdog 4-pick flex thing? It's a 7.2x payout. Somebody brought that up yesterday. I don't know if that was you or not. I have yet to do the math on it. I definitely could real quick. Let me go see that, actually. Let's do the math. Let's just start off stream with this. Let me see if I can break this down real quick. So if we go over to Underdog, let's see. Am I already logged in? By the way, I think Underdog, we've cashed a couple of the last few picks that we've put together here on stream. Anyways, let's check this out real quick. So if we were to just pick, let's say, Will Warren, and if we were to pick, Dean Kremer, Jake Irvin, and let's take, Sonny Gray, right? So a flex payout is 7.2x if we go 4 out of 4. And then 3 out of 4 is 1.8x, which that is insane. So let me just do this. You guys are going to think I'm lame for doing this. I'm literally just going to ask, if I have a 4-pick flex that pays out 7.2x for 4 out of 4. And 1.8x for 3 out of 4. What are the implied odds per leg? Let's see. So right now, the best implied odds in the entire industry are Underdog 2-mans at minus 115. So if this is better than minus 115, then that'll be our bread and butter. Or at least if you're not limited, that'll be our bread and butter. Let's see. Holy cow. So yesterday when you said that in the chat, I was like, that's not right. Surely the math is wrong. The implied odds per leg on a 4-pick flex right now on Underdog is minus 107. Or in other words, we have to look for a probability here over on the Fantasy Optimizer of 51.79. So this isn't updated yet. OddsJam is not updated yet on the 4-man insureds. All of these plays are viable options here. All of those plays. That's ridiculous. There's no way. Oh my gosh. Implied odds of minus 107. That doesn't even I don't understand why. And this is, again, another trick possibly by Underdog to say hey, come play our 4-pick flexes and we'll sniff out who the positive EV players are. Okay, well, I guess let's go ahead and just run some Underdog slips now. I've got 3 that I can get in before I hit my daily limit. What's up, everybody? I see you guys in the chat. We're going to get these in. We're going to just run 4-pick flexes on Underdog. I'm going to go minimum data points of 3. And all of these plays are going to be ridiculously good value. Even though I know you guys are going to see the red and be like, oh no, OddsJam will update this, all right? This is the first time I'm hearing about it. The whole thing that I heard was that 4-pick powers were paying out 12x. This is crazy, though. Okay. So literally we can just go down this list here. So first leg, what we're going to take is we're going to go over to WNBA. We're going to go take Camila Cardoso under 12.5 rebounds and assists. Okay. We're also going to stick with the WNBA to take Jackie Young under rebounds and assists at 11.5. Okay. Then we are going to go over to CS2. We got a nice little line discrepancy, I assume, here. Yeah, so we're going to go take Blue White with a 1 as the I. Blue White, CS2 prop, under 28.5 kills. And then let's go back over to the WNBA where we are going to take Alicia Gray over points and rebounds at 21.5. Make sure to get points and rebounds and not points and assists. They are the same line, okay? So we're going to flex this play 7.2x if we go 4 out of 4 and a 1.8x payout. Wow, this is amazing. I'm going to have to start getting all my buddies on Underdog. So let me get this posted. By the way, if you guys are brand new to the stream, first off, I appreciate you guys for being here. Welcome to the stream. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday, to get in as much value as possible, as close to when games are starting. That's kind of just what I've been rolling with. I think you guys like that as well. I think that's been kind of doing us pretty good, playing it that way. But anyways, make sure to subscribe, make sure to follow wherever you're watching right now. There is a Discord that I post free plays in if you guys would like to join. Completely free to join. I'm posting the Discord in the chat right now. If you are over on Twitch and YouTube, you guys will have that there. Underdog link is going to be in the chat as well. So once again, those 4 plays right there. And don't worry, if anything bumps, completely fine. There's enough value on the board here. It looks like stuff is bumping. But these are the 4 plays that we're taking. Literally the top 4 off the optimizer, okay? And like I said, these will get changed so that it doesn't say that this is negative EV. This is an insanely positive EV play. Remember, doing the math here, minus 107 implied odds essentially means that we need to be hitting at least 51.8% of our plays long term. And I'm not joking when I say this. Whether you are doing positive EV or you are somebody who just bets based off of ball knowledge, if you are running 4-pick flexes, there is a good chance that you are going to be profitable long term. I'm telling you, most people are going to be able to hit 51.8% of their props over, a long run, right? Anyways, that's what we're going to run here as play number 1. So let me go ahead and track that so that way we can get these off of our optimizer, or at least see that we have already played them. Okay. Let's move on to the next one. And once again, if there were any bumps on that slip, you guys have all these plays here that you can grab, okay? I'm on that White Sox and Tigers in case you want to check that out. White Sox and Tigers. We'll take a look at all of the games as we get closer. The first game starts in about 20-25 minutes. So you're on White Sox and Tigers money line. By the way, did Dylan stream earlier today? I know a lot of you guys like to watch Dylan as well. Fellow OddsJam streamer. Similar process as far as looking at Polymarket, seeing what the whales are playing. Anyways, we're going to go take Agunbowale over 14.5 points as leg number 1. Then we're going to go take Kellyan. This is a CS2 prop. Kellyan over 25.5 kills. We're going to go back over to the WNBA. Jordan Canada over PRA at 22.5. And then this is another WNBA prop here. How do we pronounce this? Michaela Onyenwere. Probably butchered that, unfortunately. But anyways, over 11.5 there. Flex that. That's going to be another 7.2x. Let me make sure the link gets sent out to you guys in the chat. Boom. There it is. All right, 7.2x. This is the new meta. I would assume that these lines move fast, just like most underdog plays do. But again, with how much is actually available, No need to worry. All right, yeah, stuff is bumping. So we just took Agunbowale, Kellyan, Jordan Canada, and Michaela, right? So we've got one more play that we can do. One more play. 7.2x, yes, 7.2x. We just broke down the math on that, and that's apparently the best in the entire industry right now. Who would have thought that a 4-pick flex would pay out or be the best play to possibly take? It's crazy. All right. What else do we have here? We've got more plays. We can come back to underdog if you guys want. I think we take a little break from it. Maybe let some more plays come to the top. Golf, yeah. Let's go over to see if Better has anything today for us. We'll also check out pick 6. We'll check out both of those. Okay, this is a pretty good prop if we can get this in. Let's go over to Better. Let me log in. There we go. All right, nice. So we've got a 25% profit boost over on Better. If you guys are not already signed up on Better, you can use code Trident to do so. Let's go over to the WNBA. We're going to look at this A'ja Wilson prop. Under points and rebounds at 38.5. There it is. Under 38.5. 55.95% chance to hit. This is a nice little line discrepancy looking at both Underdog and FanDuel. We're also going to go over to the League of Legends here. League of Legends. We're going to check this out. I don't know if I can search player names. So this is DRX versus, I guess this game. UCal. We're taking the... Okay, they bumped it. It's no longer a normal play there. How about Rafael Flores? Flores. Let's see. This is Pirates versus Milwaukee. Player bases, total bases. We're taking the under 0.5 for Rafael Flores. There he is, right at the top. I'm also going to go pull up the low hold and the sharp money tool to see if we have anything coming in that looks good on Better. There's a search button at the bottom. Is there? Oh, there is. I totally forgot about that down there. Good call. All right. Better picks. Where you at? Boom. Sabrina Ionescu. Over 5.5 assists. Minus 118. Best price in the market. Minus 125 over on Novig. Minus 136 on FanDuel. That's all right. That's a decent prop. I think I would prefer to take that over the other one we just saw. Decent amount of liquidity there as well. Not crazy. I'm cool with taking this. We're going to go take the over on assists for Sabrina tonight. All right, and then we're going to apply our 25% boost. But of course, they're going to cap us at $30. And we're going to run that. Okay. 3-pick power over on Better. Link is getting sent out in the chat. Remember, if you guys are watching over on Twitch and YouTube, those are the two platforms where the links actually get sent out to. So I do apologize if you are tuning in on Twitter. I don't know why links don't get sent out there. I wish I could control that. I cannot. So definitely head over to the Twitch or YouTube, whichever platform you prefer. You can get the links. They get sent out there. All right, so a little 3-pick power. It's going to pay out 6x. If you have your profit boost, definitely apply it there. Nationals Phillies expected to start at 7:05, so a slight delay there in the Nationals game. Asia Wilson under 38.5 points and rebounds with I just totally blanked. What's this guy's name? Flores. What's his name? Rafael Flores under 0.5 bases, and then Sabrina over 5.5 assists. All right. Cool. All right, let's take a look at some other stuff real quick. Let's go look at some. Let's look at the prediction traders tool. Okay, so we've got you know, I don't really like going down here as much to see, like, you know, in the 70s and stuff, but I would like to go ahead and clarify yesterday's 2-unit play on the White Sox money line. That was pretty brutal. I think other than that, we had some really good plays, unless I'm mistaken and thinking about a different day. I want to say yesterday was decent, not great, but I think the Red Sox put up 14 runs or something. I don't know. White Sox got trampled. So we've got Nationals money line and Marlins money line. So 2 separate underdogs today. We're obviously going to pull up Polymarket. We're going to look to see if either of these looks like really good plays. And now, let me go ahead and say, this guy that we keep tracking here, right? You guys know the 128% MLB moneyline ROI across 400 trades. Not a huge sample size, but this is not, you know, we're not looking at like 400 trades and a 4% ROI. Like, this is insane. So this is obviously information that we want to take into account. Now, what we don't want to see are all of the other guys, you know, the whales on the opposite side here. So we're not looking for a whole bunch of people on Phillies. If we don't see a ton of our guys on the Phillies, at least with big bets, then we'll be rocking with the Nationals money line. Okay. Sportmaster also on the Nationals, which is a great sign. We love to see that. Ferrari's on the Phillies. Not a whole bunch of shares compared to some of his other bets, so that doesn't, like, you know, scare me too much. I need to look at this person. Is this Steven C. Sequel? I don't know. But yeah, this all looks like we're gonna rock with the Nationals tonight. So what I like to do is I like to come over to the sportsbook screen and just see if where the best price is. Now, 9 times out of 10, it's going to be on Novig, but we're going to double check. Right now, it looks like it's over on Bookmaker. Same price as Novig, though. So we can go take it over on Novig. Yeah, let's go do that. So we're going to go snag Nationals money line tonight. Nationals money line. We can take a look at the line movement. It's not going to sway me off of it unless it's, like, disgusting. It does look like it's slightly moving against where we are going with this. So at plus 182, we're probably getting a slightly better price than where the trader got it in at. I could be wrong about that. We can double check for sure. So let's see. The trader got in at 37 cents. And if we were to go over to the calculator to just convert that, prediction market, 37 cents. So plus 170. So we're getting in at a better price than this prediction trader did, which is great. Love to see that. So at plus 182, we're going to go back over here, see what it's recommending us to take. $423. Okay, so that's going to be a little bit over 2 units for me. So this will be our 2-unit play of the day, right? 2 units here. This is going to be off of the prediction traders tool. Nationals money line plus 182. Okay. Plus 182. This is going to be a 2-unit play. Boom. All right. Cool. So there's a lot of liquidity over on Novig for us to all get in at the same price. And if for whatever reason you're not able to get in at plus 182, I would just make a market and offer the best price for the Phillies money line, which somebody's going to inevitably take. A lot of money coming in right now on JT Realmuto to go yard. Interesting. Uh-oh, what happened with the sharp money? There we go. Cardinals money line. We'll have to look at that. You guys want to just go through all the games again today? We can do that for sure. Yeah, see this right here? It's not a crazy value play, but $1,000 coming in on Real Muto to go yard. All right, next game. We had Marlins money line. Was the other one we wanted to check out. Marlins Braves. All right, so this is going to be a pretty big bet if we are going to be on it. 47K of volume on the poly market for the money line. Once again, we've got home run hazard on the opposite side. Not a whole bunch of volume here. Monkeys on the Marlins, which is good to see. We like to see that. Yeah, again, nothing here that really is like gonna shake me off of this at the moment. Yeah, I think we're cool with this. So we're gonna ride Marlins money line for sure. Who do you normally look at when it comes to runs? I think you asked that yesterday, or maybe somebody asked that exact same question. And really what I don't know is I'm not sure if you can sort. So like I pulled up the one website. It's like Polymarket Analytics or something. Polymarket Traders. I don't know what it's called. Let me just put it in the search bar. This thing right here. Polymarketanalytics.com/traders, right? If we were to go to that website, we can actually look at specific traders' profiles and break down how they rank, profit loss, win rate by category. But all that I've done when I look to see who I like to tail, it's just the category of baseball. It's just the category of MLB. I don't know if I can break it down as far as what market they're actually taking, whether that's total runs, whether that's money lines, whether that is, spreads, right? So there's a lot of sharps that I just kind of look for. Home run hazard being one of them, that I've seen. They are very profitable. They have a good hit rate when it comes to MLB in general. And they are on more than just money lines. They're on total runs as well. And that's kind of just who I like to look at and tail. We are going to take this Marlins money line, though. We're going to go back over to Novig to get this in at plus 117. Remember, Novig just went live nationwide. So if anyone's watching and they're over in California, you guys should have access to Novig now. If you're not already signed up, you can sign up with code Trident. I believe you get some sort of deposit bonus. They may have changed their welcome offer, but I believe that's what you would get when you sign up using that code. But yeah, we are rolling with the Marlins money line tonight, plus 117. This is going to be a little bit of a bigger bet than that Nationals one. 97 out of 100 on like the confidence score here. So let me think. What does 540 come out to? Let me do some quick math here. That is 2.75 units. Yes. 2.75 units. It's a pretty big play. I will say, I think that I actually have this set. Yeah, I have that set more than I should. So hold on, let me think about this for a second. Because I have this set for a $75,000 bankroll. So that wouldn't even be a unit. But I like these plays a lot. It's clearly profitable. I run these at more than just, I think I increased the bankroll just because I wanted to see this. If you want to just run them at a unit, you can. I'm just telling you what I'm running it at. Okay. So Marlins money line is going to be probably the biggest play that I have tonight, based off of what I'm seeing here. Okay. All right, let's look at this Angels game that starts in a couple minutes. We'll have to look at that Cardinals money line too. It looks like a one big bet coming in at minus 144 or plus 144. All right, this starts in about 7 minutes. A lot of money on the totals here. Let's see if we can get a side that we want to ride with. Bone Sculptor, Home Run Hazard, and Monkey are all on the Angels. Ferrari's on the Orioles. Not something that I like to see. Texas Kid and 34. Never heard of those guys. Pendulum Exchange. Definitely liking the Angels here. Best odds on Novig. Let's see if we're rocking with the Angels tonight. Yeah, I'm going to roll with the Angels. Let's go take Angels money line. I'm going to put 1 unit on this. Angels money line plus 130, 1 unit. One unit play, plus 130. Love it. We're on 3 different underdogs tonight. That's what I love about baseball, though. That's what I love about baseball. Cool. Let's go check out these over-unders because we got a lot of volume coming in here. Should see some sharps with the... Holy cow. This guy's got 120,000 shares. These guys are both losing bettors with 120,000 shares on either side. I'm going to say never mind. I'm not going to look at the 7.5. Maybe the 8.5 line. No, we're not going to touch anything here for the over-unders. Let's go back to the following game, which is going to be the Nationals and Phillies. I want to see if there's any action here on the over-under. 111K of volume. SD trading with the over. Wrong way on the under. No thanks. All right, before we go any further, we do have another game. Actually, let's... we got a couple more right there. Let me look at the positive EV props real quick. I'm going to skip Trevor Rogers. Let's go to Detmers. Let's see, Tanner Bibby, however you say it. That was the other one. Joe Ryan freaking sucked yesterday. Terrible. Brett Lauder over K's. Plus 147 looks like a really good price. This is an interesting play. This is not ripping against us or anything. We'll come back to that. We're going to look at the... Let's go look at... I want to look at these next couple games that also start in like 8 minutes. See if we're on anything here. Mets, Guardians. Big Gumba Boots. Never heard of that guy. Ferrari, Monkey... Under 7.5 last night. Oh my gosh, I totally forgot about that. Yeah, the Tigers game. What was it? Tigers and Mariners. It was 4-0 going into the 9th inning, I think, and we had the under 7.5. Lost. I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe that even. I'm like, this doesn't have a chance to lose. There's no chance, right? Yeah, crazy, crazy stuff. All right, we're not touching the Mets-Guardians game tonight. That was one that we cashed on yesterday. We had the over and Mets money line sweat-free. Athletics-Reds, we're also going to fade this. $26,000 complete volume here on this game. Nobody wants to touch this. So I'm all in on that as well. Not touching. What else we got here? Let's see. Not taking under home runs on any of these guys. Yeah, by the way, just to give clarification for that, I didn't find out that that under lost until this morning because I went to bed. And I was like, I don't need to sweat anything else out anymore, you know? There's no point. Could not believe my eyes waking up. What does that say? Yeah. Cooked. Absolutely cooked. I think this is getting some volume here on the over. Yeah, I don't really like seeing that. So let's move on. $7 Liberty -8. Ooh. This is interesting. Pinnacle's moving down. Polymarket's moving down. Circa's staying the same. I don't mind taking this. Liberty -8.5. Plus 113. Nice little edge there. -102 on Pinnacle. Let's go take this. Let's go ride with the New York Liberty tonight. What I read that as what MLS did you like today? I assume you mean money lines. If you meant MLS, I can take a look. I don't even know if there's any MLS tonight. Money lines, Marlins, Nationals, and what was the other one we took? Marlins, Nationals, and I gotta look. Angels. Yankees? We haven't looked at the Yankees game yet. We're kind of just going down the list. We are taking the Liberty -8.5 at plus 113. Pretty much a 1-unit play. 1.1 units for me. Plus 113. -8.5. We need the Liberty to win by 9 points. 9 points. All right. Liberty. Plus 113. 1.1 units. What else we got? Any more for this 640 slate? We want to ride with a Nerfy anywhere? Any sharp money? We got to look at the Cardinals money line, man. I didn't realize those Cardinals Yankees. Somebody is on the Yankees. A lot of money coming in on the Cardinals. We'll have to take a look at that. Royals money line we'll definitely look at as well. Okay. Brianna Stewart over assists. This is interesting. It looks like somebody's placing a decent amount on this, though. Plus 108. Let's take a look at this real quick. I just want to see this order book. We should take this. This is minus 114. This is a 50-50 prop on FanDuel. We're getting this at plus 108. I'm not turned off by any of like the liquidity that I'm seeing on either side here. So I think this is actually just a really good price for us to take this at. And I'm not seeing line movement, ripping against us either. It looks pretty stagnant here for the most part. I'm going to take this. So at plus 108, I'm going to take this Breanna Stewart over assist. This is a nice little edge here compared to those other books. Plus 108. This is 1.85 units for me. Anybody wants to tail this? This is going to be another Novig play. I know. Oh, more Novig, right? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Unfortunately, Novig is where all the value is. That's just how it's going to be. All right, so Breanna Stewart over assist. We are already on Sabrina over assist. This is great. We were just rooting for the Liberty tonight, if we're being honest. We've got Sabrina over assist at 5.5. We're now on Breanna Stewart over assist at 3.5. And if there's assists being recorded, that means there's points also being recorded. And we're also on the Liberty minus 8.5. So this is great. Okay, we're all what's the song? We're all in this together. We're all in, what is that from? Is that High School Musical? I think so. I think that's what it's from. Anyways, on to the next play. So we're taking Breanna Stewart over 3.5 assists. All right, let's take a look at this. Andre Palante, under 4.5 strikeouts. What do you got for us, Palante? I'm going to look at this game. Cardinals, Yankees. Not a whole bunch of volume. 140K. It's not bad. Not a whole bunch on the totals. We can look at the money lines, though. We can see who's on what. Ferrari and Monkey, both on the Yankees. Okay. All right. How about this Talvez 10 guy? We looked at this guy multiple times. This guy has a really good profit loss, but he's not good with MLB. We checked his little categories thing. You check the Mets versus Guardians over 7.5 runs. Couple of sharps on that side of the moment. I think I checked that. It's too late now. I guess I gotta go back and look again. I think we're rolling with the Yankees here. So I think that there's sharp money coming in on the Cardinals, but I believe that the Yankees is the play here. How much are we having to pay for Yankees money line though? Minus 144, not terrible. It's acceptable, right? Let's see. Are we getting line movement toward the Yankees? Show me some line movement toward the Yankees, please. Yeah, a little bit. Like right now, kind of close to game time. If I can zoom in a little more, you guys can see that little dip as it's coming back toward the Yankees. Minus 144, let's ride, all right? We're going to take the Yankees money line tonight. How about, what's that dude's name? Who's the guy that just got called up? The memes were great. Everyone freaking dogging Volpe. Never to be seen again. What's the guy's name? Lombard? Something like that? Lombard? Dude looked like a stud last night. Debut. Hit himself a home run. Turned a double play. And you also got freaking... I was hyped yesterday. How about the Rays last night? How about Liam Hicks the other day? Hitting himself a nice little grand slam. Oh, love it. What a pickup, man. Liam Hicks, great pickup for the Rays. Rays get it done yesterday in extra innings. I got to go to... I don't know what that was that came out of my mouth. I got to get to a game soon. Got to get to a Rays game soon. We're rocking with the Yankees money line at minus 144, all right? I think this line's probably going to continue to move toward the Yankees as we approach game time here in the next 20 minutes. It's probably going to move toward minus 150-ish. So get in on Yankees money line, minus 144. I'm putting 1 unit on this, okay? You're on the Nerfy in this game, the Yankees game, or the Mets game. Lawrence Butler just hit a solo shot top of the first, but we did not touch that game. So no worries there. I'm not even going to look. I'm not going to bother looking at the totals here just because we've got 20K of hold on. 2 bums with 100,000 shares on each. Okay. No thanks. On to the next. White Sox, Red Sox. I always think of Dr. Seuss when I see this. Like the one fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. One fish, two fish, White Sox, Red Sox. That doesn't rhyme, but that's just where my mind goes. How about the over? Nah. Nah, I'm not going to take that. No thanks. Alicia Gray, no thank you. Ryan Howard under? Could be a play, possibly. Do we have a play here? No. No thank you. I'm kind of done with the WNBA, man. I don't know. No thanks, right? I feel like that's a lot of people's reaction. Stick to MLB. Sonny Gray under pitching outs. I'm not touching 17.5. Under strikeouts. Is this a play? This could be a play. Minus 120. It's minus 146 over on Pinnacle and FanDuel. Okay. Pretty good. Line movement looks good. I think we're rolling with Sonny Gray under tonight, which pretty much backfired last time. We took, I think we took, what was it, Sandoval under versus the White Sox? I think we roll with the under here, guys. I really do. Minus 120. 310's about a unit and a half. Let's do it. What does the order book look like? Anything crazy? Eh. Maybe a little bit more volume on the over. Minus 120 is such a good price, though. I'm going to take this. Sue me. I'm taking it. Minus 120, we're taking the under 5.5 at $310, which is pretty much a unit and a half for those of you guys who need that converted. Yeah, maybe the White Sox will show up tonight. I don't know if that's just wishful thinking or not, but Sonny Gray under strikeouts at 5.5. Watch him go for 8 Ks tonight. All right. We're rolling right now. We got a lot of good value here. A lot of good plays, a lot of good value. Let's keep it moving. Yankees. No, never mind. What's next? Will Warren? Plus 108. I got to get rid of these home run plays. I don't need to be taking plus EV home run plays. Let me do this real quick. Deselect that. There we go. Much better. Much better. We're not looking for home run plays right now. Wrong time. Both pitchers absolutely dialed right now. For what game? Oh, Orioles, Angels, under was sharp. Did we take that? I can't remember. Let me look. Orioles, Angels. We took Angels money line. No, I don't think we took the under. It does look like the Nerfield hit there, though. Detmers versus Rogers. Yeah, Rogers is gonna get cooked. Trevor Rogers is not good. Just need the bats to get hot for the Angels. That's all we need. Sean Burke over. No, I'm not going to take that. Yuri Perez. Minus 106. This is not... I'm not writing this off yet. I want to take a look here. Show me some line movement. Yeah. No thanks. Detmers looks good. Hey, that's good for our Angels money line. It's good for the Angels money line for sure. Dean Kremer. We're gonna rock with Dean Kremer over strikeouts. What's the next game on the slate after what we've already looked at? We looked at White Sox, Red Sox. Let's look at what's next? Marlins, Braves. We're already on Marlins money line. Doesn't look like there's enough volume for me to really get a good read on the totals, like an over/under here. If I had to pick a side, no, I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that game because then somebody's gonna go play it. Well, you said that if I had to play something, Marlins money line. That's the play. Pirates, Brewers. We'll look at Twins, Royals next. I believe that's next on the schedule. This is another game that just does not have a lot of volume on it, at least from the Polymarket wheels. You like the Braves game under? Let's look at Twins, Royals. 117K. Padres, Diamondbacks has a lot of liquidity right now, or a lot of volume. Let's see. What do we want to take here? Bone Sculptor and Monkey on the same side here. Royals money line looks really good. Is anything gonna not look good here for Royals money line? SD Trading on the opposite side. Do we have action moving toward the Royals? Royals money line's probably the play here. Yankees game delayed. Brutal. Not too much line movement here. I do like Royals money line a lot, though, based off of what I'm seeing. Minus 113 is probably the best price that I'm going to get. And it's on Novig, of course. I should just become a Novig capper, right? I should just only post Novig plays. I'm just putting a unit on this. I am going to have to make a market for it. I'm going to be offering the best odds, so whatever. I'm taking this at minus 113. All right. So once this gets matched, I'm going to post it. But minus 113 Royals money line. That's what I'm going to take. Okay. Twins, Royals, Royals money line. That's what I'm taking. Minus 113. We've got our boys on the same side here, and Swiss Tony barely means anything to me for baseball. We're going to take the under 8.5 in this game as well. A lot of sharps you follow are on the Royals first 5 and full game. Love to hear that. Yeah, we're going to also tail that. Dean Kremer versus Noah Cameron. Two bums on the mound. I think Noah Cameron's been performing well as of recent. I could be very wrong about that, so don't hold that against me. This did just get filled at minus 113, which is great. I love being on an actual favorite and not an underdog today. But we're going to take the under here as well. So first off, putting one unit on the Kansas City Royals at minus 113 on Novig. Okay? We are absolutely flying through these plays. Hopefully we got a nice little collage that I can post later today with all of our winners. That would be great. All right, Nerfy hit an Angels-Orioles game. We weren't on it, but Orioles did not score, which is good because we got Angels money line. We're going to go take the under 8.5 runs in the Royals game. Okay. So I'm just looking to see where the best price is. Oh, yeah. What book is this? Hold on. Where's the yellow line? Oh, better. Better dropped. Yeah. Interesting. We're going to take this. Plus 111. Under 8.5. Once again, I'm just putting a unit on this. Nothing crazy. Not getting, just let it, all the math, it's got to play itself out, right? We can get a 70% hit rate today, or we could get a 45% hit rate today. Who knows? The game is about getting the best price available and getting volume, right? Allow your edge to just compound over time. That's the name of the game, right? One unit, we're taking this at plus 111 on the Twins-Royals game at under 8.5. Okay? Low scoring, Royals runs. We're good. Were the sharps on the under 2? Yes. Yep. Under and Royals. Those are the two plays there in that game. All right, what are the games we have to look at? we've got two other games. Padres Diamondbacks has over $300,000 of volume right now being traded on Polymarket, which is kind of nuts. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I want to take anything here. These two bums at the top are both not profitable. They have the most shares, right? SD Trading, not profitable. Very Lucky, profitable. Baseball Bill, also profitable. Anonymous, definitely profitable. Sportmaster, very profitable. But then you've got Home Run on the opposite side. You've got Ferrari on the opposite side. So I'm torn. These are kind of the games that I've been staying away from, just because I don't like going to Polymarket to try to get a read from the sharps, and then the sharps that I follow are on two opposite sides, so I kind of just skip those. Based off of like what I'm seeing here, though, I'd probably roll with the Diamondbacks if I had to pick a side. I'm not going to pick a side. I think the under's the play, right? Under 8.5. You got three profitable dudes at the top here with the most shares. Yeah, we're gonna roll with the under here. Under runs. I think the under's the play, boys. I think the under is the play. I think the under is the play. Most profitable or best price on Novik, of course. Right? As we always know. Jeez, this line's been moving toward the under all day. If I'd have woke up and said, hey, let's take the under, we would have gotten it at plus 111. All right, Diamondbacks, Padres, under 8.5, plus 102. I might do a little sneaky play here if I can. I'm going to try to make a market at plus 104. Because right now there's a little bit of a hold here. So now we're top of book at plus 104. This would be great if we can get this in. Let's see if this gets matched. I don't know if this will get matched like right now, just because this game isn't until, 2-3 hours from now. So I'm going to sit on it and wait. If you're impatient, you can go ahead and lock this in at plus 102. Still completely fine. Best price in the market, right? We're not sitting here trying to get super plus EV plays. We're just trying to tail the whales. So if you want to, you can. We're top of book right now, plus 104. All right, so we could just sit here and wait. You guys know the play, though. That's the last game on the slate. So let's go back over to the sharp money tool to look for some stuff, and then we'll look at some more positive EV stuff. And then we're also going to get in that last underdog slip. We've got one more underdog slip that we can get in for today, or at least I can. You guys can definitely screenshot the optimizer if you would like, and make your own plays. Looks like more sharp money's coming in on Royals money line. Definitely looks like a good play. Quick little recap. Okay, so this is what we have so far over on Novik. All right, we have Nationals money line, Marlins money line, Angels money line. We have the New York Liberty minus 8.5. We have Brianna Stewart over 3.5 assists in that same game. We've got Yankees money line. We're taking the under 5.5 strikeouts on Sonny Gray. Royals money line, and then the under 8.5 in both the Royals Twins game and Diamondbacks Padres. A lot of plays. I know that's a lot to keep track. Hopefully you guys have been locking them in as we have been placing them. But that's what we have so far. All right. Whoa, what is that? Probably Market USA. Let's see if any of these plays look good. Plus 104, such a good price here. Can anyone lock me in on the previous MLB bets? Yeah, I actually just went over them. Give me a second. I'll go over them again. This is pretty much what we're just taking on Novig. That's kind of what I just went over. We've got a lot, so give me 1 second. Kind of just looking through this. Casey Mize, under 15.5 outs. Minus 104 looks like a great price to take this at. Doesn't really make sense if we're on the under. This is his first start with the Padres. I think we roll with this just out of line movement's not crazy. Minus 104 is a great price considering this is minus 130 on FanDuel and Pinnacle. I'm going to go ride with this. If Casey Mize puts up a good performance, I'm not going to be mad about it because that probably means that the under looks pretty good, I would think, unless the Padres are putting up the bulk of the runs. We're going to ride with this. Under 15.5 pitching outs for Casey Mize. Okay, this is at minus 106. All right. 290, so that's going to be about a unit and a half. About a unit and a half. Minus 106. Casey Mize under 15.5 pitching outs. All right. Nice, nice, nice. Good stuff. All right. Okay, easy. Gotcha. Here we go. Ready? These are the current MLB bets that we have on Novig. All right, we did get a couple plays in over on Underdog, but MLB straight plays on Novig, this is what we got. We just took Casey Mize under 15.5 outs recorded, all right, at minus 106. And I will let you guys know what the actual price point is as well. We also have under 8.5 runs in the Twins-Royals games at plus 111. So make sure you guys write this down, okay, because I'm just going through this, okay? We've got Royals money line at minus 113. We have Sonny Gray under 5.5 strikeouts at minus 120. We're taking Yankees money line at minus 144. We have Brianna Stewart over 3.5 assists at plus 108. We're taking the minus 8.5 for the Liberty there. The spread minus 8.5 at plus 113 in that same game. We're currently on Angels money line. That game is already underway at plus 130. We are on Marlins money line at plus 117, and we are on Nationals money line at plus 182. All right. We're still waiting for our plus 104 to get filled on this Padres game. I'm going to wait a few more minutes, and then I'm just going to be impatient and lock this in at plus 102 because there's really not going to be, it's 2 cents. Don't get me wrong. It's I'd prefer to get the plus 104, but at plus 102, at least I don't have this line move any further against us, where it's plus 100 or anything. And I think that's all the plays. So let's go back over to Underdog. We're going to get one more play in over here. If we get that in, if the plus 104 is still not filled, then we're going to switch it back. Okay. Got it. Cool. Awesome, dude. By the way, like I said before, if you guys are on Underdog and you are not limited, just take a screenshot of this, please. Just take a screenshot and just get in as many 4-man flexes as you can. I don't know when they're going to change the payout. I don't know if they're going to continue to limit the... this feels like very similar to when they switched to the 2-man 3.5Xs, right? You've got all the value on the board still, and then they slowly kind of took that away. So for our four-man flex, we're going to rock with Jonquel Jones under 23.5 points in rebounds. We're also taking the over PRA at 23.5 for Flau'jae Johnson. Then we're going to go take Ogunbowale under rebounds and assists at 6.5. And then finally, to wrap this up, we are going to take Indy Rodriguez over 0.5 hits. All right, so we're flexing this. We're getting a 7.2x payout. We get a 1.8x if it goes 3 out of 4. I've already maxed out my daily limit for Ogunbowale, so I have to switch this out. We're going to take Max Clark to also get a hit on the Tigers. And there we go. Cool. So that's my four-man flex. That's my final play that I'm allowed for the day. Link is going in the chat for those of you who are watching on Twitch and YouTube. Let me make sure I get this sent out to the Discord. This is a 7.2x. If anything bumps there, let me know, guys. Plenty of options on the board for you guys to take as replacements. Cool. Jonquel Jones, Johnson, Rodriguez, and Clark. Perfect. Let's go back over to Novik. We have not filled yet, so I'm going to go just take this at plus 102. Yeah, this line is moving, man. Let's do this. We're going to try to make an order at plus 102. See if that fills. Let me make sure my other one got canceled, too. All right, so we need this under to get filled, please. And that's all we're waiting on right now, just for that to fill. More money coming in on the Royals, Padres, Brewers. I can't believe this hasn't filled yet. I don't really want to like end stream with this, you know, still being a potential play, but certainly this will fill, right? Surely we get this filled at plus 102. This under I actually really liked. We had some good whales on the under in this game. So I would just really like for it to get filled, you know? Are there any games? Oh, you know what I wanted to check? Do we even get good liquidity on WNBA over on Polymarket? 170K. All right. It's not bad. Let's look at the spreads, though. Oh, my gosh. Our boy Home Run Hazard's on the minus 8.5. Oh, I didn't even know he did basketball. I might have to look to see if he's actually good at basketball or not. But, yeah. That's good. It's good to see. Real good to see. Is there a better place for me to get this under at? Under 8.5. Plus 102 on Profit X. Oh, wait, never mind. It just got partially filled. I just got a notification. Let me go back. Partially filled. Like 75% of it got filled. Did you guys get y'all's filled at plus 102? Awesome. We're in. Cool. 100% at plus 102. I'm totally cool with that. Not going to complain about not getting plus 104. Let me make sure this gets posted. And that's going to do it for the stream, guys. I really appreciate you guys for tuning in. Love seeing the same guys in the stream every single day. Really awesome that you guys tune in. Let's have a good night tonight. We got a ton of plays. We got a lot of volume. Got a lot of value. Tailing all the sharps. Let's continue to start off August on a hot streak. Hot note, whatever you want to call it. Let's have a good night. If you guys do have any other plays that I did not give you, hopefully those hit as well. And let's see, tomorrow is Thursday, August 6th. We do have an early slate tomorrow. It's a smaller slate. There's only 11 games on. I'm not going to promise anything, but I think it would make more sense for me to do an earlier stream. First game's at 12:35 Eastern time. There's about 4 or 5 games within that like 12 to 2 window. So I would expect an early stream. I'm not going to promise that. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. If you guys have not already signed up to check out to give a free trial on OddsJam, you can do so with code Trident. Let me go ahead and drop that for you guys in the chat as we are ending things here. If you guys want to go ahead and sign up, find your own plays, whether that's today, whether that's tomorrow, whether that's the following day. Get yourself a free trial. Familiarize yourself with the OddsJam tools. And if you guys have any questions on how things work, feel free to let me know, okay? Boston moneyline, we did not take a moneyline in that game. We were just on Sonny Gray under strikeouts. We're on plenty of other money lines, though. So anyways, the OddsJam link for you guys with code Trident is already in the chat if you are watching on Twitch and YouTube. If you're brand new here and you have not already subscribed or followed, make sure to do so, depending on what platform you're watching on. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good luck with your plays. Let's cash out tonight. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.